Gabrielle, and here we are in front of Manchester Chiropractic. A very unusual practice because it is a married couple that owns this, and that is Dr. Susan and Dr. Lance Nemiroff. And they specialize in chiropractic as well as pain management. All of us need it sometimes. So let's go inside and meet them. So here we are in the offices of the Doctors Nemiroffs. So here is Dr. Susan and Dr. Lance. I want to introduce both of them. They are our experts in chiropractic health. So we're going to proceed with all of the questions that I have, Dr. Sue. But Dr. Lance, you have a patient. So we're going to say goodbye. Thank you for joining us.
Hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So the first question I have is, what made you pursue chiropractic as a practice? I mean, you had so many other things that you could have done.
I was going to be a pharmacist originally.
Is that right?
But I worked for a chiropractor for a summer job and absolutely fell in love with it.
Did
and
you?
I switched gears, and that's what I needed to be. Yeah.
Is this when you were in college that you made that
College,
decision?
I needed a summer job.
Uh-huh.
I went to my high school guidance counselor. She says, there's an opening in a chiropractic office. I said, sure, why not? I'll try
How
it.
wonderful is that?
Yeah.
How wonderful
And that was
is
it. I was sold.
My first question will be,
Mhm.
how do you assess a new patient? I know that you meet them first,
Yep.
as you did my husband,
Yeah,
Carl.
he's so much fun.
He's fun. He is fun. Okay, so let's get back to you.
Yes.
So how do you assess a new patient? What would be the process?
So initially, a very thorough health history. You know, what have you done medically, physically, from when you were young all the way up through today? That gives indications of different traumas that could have caused some of the problems.
Mm-hmm.
Based on that, we also do a full exam, hands-on exam, orthopedic tests, some range of motion, and getting the hands physically on the body to feel.
Mm-hmm.
If x-rays are necessary based on what we find, then we will refer out for x-rays, have them read by a radiologist, get the report before we proceed further with any kind of treatment. But you put all those pieces of puzzle together first to figure out what technique, if I can help you, and what we're going to do from that point on.
So what are the techniques that you commonly treat and use as a treatment?
So techniques, we have a variety. They call it diversified full spine, which means a variety of different ways using hands-on to assess and treat and move the spine and these joints in the body. We do also have two handheld devices. One's very light. One is a plug-in. And for patients that really cannot handle the firm grasp of the hands, we'll use a lighter technique.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But we head to toe treat the whole body if and when necessary based with those modalities.
Okay, so you would use spinal manipulation?
Spinal manipulation is the word we use to then we're getting in there and gently moving the joints. We also do some soft tissue work using the hands. Everyone thinks, oh, like massage therapy. Similar, but not quite. I will work out a knot, but not quite massage out a knot. So there's some soft tissue work. There's some stretching. There's the hands-on, putting a little bit of gentle pressure into the spine for the spinal manipulation.
Mm-hmm. So we have, who do we have here?
This is Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
He's been with us since graduate school many years ago.
Okay. So when you do a spinal manipulation,
Yes.
may I ask you actually, what are you doing?
Okay, so if you look at the spine, and I'm going to grossly move because we're talking millimeters of movement. So you won't be able to really see millimeters movement.
Mhm.
So I'm going to do it a little bit more. So when the spine is out of alignment and you can feel it, we're using our hands to gently move it back. So when it's out, we're using our hands to gently move it back. And that's what you feel. People, when you feel your own back and you feel those bumps going back to the center of your back,
Yes, yes.
that's these. So sometimes when one side feels closer to the skin than the other side, then you know it's rotated a little bit and needs a little help. Because what we want to try to do is take the bone away from pressure towards the nerves. Everyone likes to say pinch nerve. You're not quite pinching the nerve, because if you have pressure on it and you're pinching that nerve, you're in surgery.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the common term they say because the spinal alignment, the bones are out of place, aggravating the area of the nerve, which cause pain, numbness, tingling, loss of range of motion, loss of function, loss of power.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just trying to get that pressure out of that area.
Okay. How long does that take? I mean, if I were in treatment, are we talking about 2 months, a month, or am I going to be better in one day?
All of the above.
Well, that's very good, Dr.
All of the
Sue.
above. Each person is an individual. It depends how long have you had the problem, how complicated the problem is, how well you take care of yourself outside of here. If you're active, walking around, doing things, you're going to have a lot less time needed. If you're a couch potato who does nothing all day, you're going to need more time because the body's just stuck. Some people feel great and pain-free first adjustment. Some it takes several months. Some people need to come once a week or once every few weeks. Some people at the very beginning need 2 or 3 times a week for a amount of time. In our office, there's no set standard of how many visits. It's an individual basis.
It's an individual,
Yes.
which is really good because then you're really assessing everybody
Correct.
separately.
Right. And you can, even if you're twins. Twins are not the same person.
That's right.
It doesn't matter. Everyone is their own unique individual and needs their own assessment and their own care plan.
We're in Leisure Village West,
Yep.
so we're all seniors.
Yes.
Do you change your method of treating us because we're old? Are we old?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Age is just a number. You're only as old as you feel. Now, some days you may feel 100. Other days you're like, I'm 40 again. What happens is the technique may change on how forceful or, do you need more of a stretching? Do you need more of an impulse? Do you need the handheld? Just because you're a senior, or as some people like to say, old, does not mean you cannot have the chiropractic adjustment like a 20-year-old. I mean, same thing. We take care of babies.
Do you?
A 6-month-old is not going to get the same adjustment as you are.
Right.
So it's the different modality, the different way of treating the individual. And that is never based on whether you are a 60-year-old, whether you're an 80-year-old, whether you're a 20-year-old. The number isn't important. It's what your body is doing. That's the important part.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we adapt. So, I mean, would I super slam you from the top ropes like a wrestler? Absolutely not. You have to figure out what is the body capable of handling.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we would determine. So just because you're a senior doesn't mean we're like, senior's coming in. Let's change the way we do things.
Right.
No.
I just want to explore that just for my own curiosity.
Sure.
Infants.
Yes.
I would never think that would be one of your patients, a little baby.
Little babies, not every baby needs it.
And how would you know?
And how so birthing process, a little bit traumatic for mom and child.
Mm-hmm.
Some babies come out fine. There's no restrictions. There's nothing. But have you ever noticed sometimes the little ones and their heads are always stuck to the side? Or they're not able to turn over, or they're very colicky, or they're having troubles, going to the bathroom and stuff like that. Sometimes their tiny little spines are just stuck a little. The fun part is the pressure you can stand on your eyeball is the amount of pressure you gently will check a little one with.
That is
So we're talking teeny tiny little movements, but not every child has that problem. And then they're toddlers, they're learning how to walk, they're falling down, they're knocking themselves out of place, then you play sports. So from the beginning till the end, our rule is if you are breathing and you have a spine, you can get checked. You might not need chiropractic care, but there's no age limit on either end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to go to a difficult patient, or one that just doesn't want to comply with what you suggest.
Sure.
How do you handle that?
Well, we always go over what we found, what we want to do, and why. A lot of our patients get, as I like to call it, homework. Stretching exercises and stuff to do at home. It's your choice. It's your body. You have a lot to say in here. But what I can tell you is if you're not compliant in following the steps, you're not going to get the results. We try to teach our patients you have to have some kind of ownership of your health, because I will take care of you. I will adjust you. I will let you cancel appointments, and then you come 6 months later, well, we have to start all over again. It's frustrating because you can get through care quicker and get the results you want if you just put in a little extra effort at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
If you are non-compliant and you don't come, as long as you are polite and you're not, causing a lot of grief in the office, we'll let you come and go, but you're just not going to get the results you want.
And you explain that.
And I explain that.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's your body, it's your choice, it's your decision. If you're like, this isn't for me, I'm coming once every 3 months, no matter what you say, okay, I'll work with you.
Right.
But I can't guarantee, I can promise you the same kind of results as if you were following the plan that was designed for you specifically.
Mm-hmm. So how would you treat someone with chronic pain from osteoarthritis, sciatica, very common as we're getting older?
They're very common conditions. So osteoarthritis is like an inflammation process that happens with degeneration and wear and tear over time. Besides the spinal adjustments on the body, exercises, healthy habits, keeping you within a great average weight category is all going to help you. Those are things that you can't cure osteoarthritis, but you can build the body stronger and you can take away inflammation by getting the body to work better. So it's a repetition type thing. You might not need to come in all the time because once you hit a plateau, you are at wellness, the best we're going to get you. It's a matter of maintaining it there. And that's when some of the homework is more on your hands. Exercising, stretching, doing what you're supposed to, and every once in a while when it flares up again, you come in and get adjusted. Sciatic's different. When you have sciatic, that sciatic is the sciatic nerve screaming down the leg.
Does that ever go away?
Yes.
It does.
If you get the pressure off of that nerve, the pain goes away. So you have to figure out why. Is it because the bones are out of place? Is there a muscle that's squeezing it? Do you have some kind of medical issue that's causing the area to swell? So you have to determine, why do you have sciatic pain? If it's because of a mechanical problem, chiropractic is your number one answer. You get the pressure out of the area, the body calms down, it heals, and then you build it up strong. That's one of the things, that sciatic pain, once you have it, you should not be stuck with it for the rest of your life.
Is that very difficult to diagnose? Because people think they have sciatica and it could be something else, or vice versa.
Well, sciatica, you got to remember, it's only if it's hitting that sciatic nerve. You have more nerves that come down the leg than just that. Lumbar, which means low back. Radiculopathy. I have words.
That's okay. We wouldn't understand it anyway.
Which means it's just shooting down the leg. So low back pain shooting down the leg, sometimes it's sciatic, sometimes it's a different nerve. Again, is it coming from the top of your low back? Is it coming from your hip? Is it coming from, the sacrum, which is your tailbone? All of those things, you determine where's it starting. And that's what you have to treat. And like I said, sciatic pain is sciatic nerves specifically, but you have other nerves going down the leg. So most people assume it's sciatica, but like I said, lumbar radiculopathy, which means from the low back shooting down the leg, is a very similar diagnosis, and they're basically handled about the same way.
So what would cause an injury like that? Picking up something heavy, bending the wrong way, falling?
A lot of times, if you didn't have a significant injury, like a car accident or falling down the stairs or a big sporting injury, most of our injuries, believe it or not, wear and tear over time. You do the same thing over and over and over and over again. And then one day your body's like, enough. And you do that one extra thing and it puts you over the edge. So have you ever heard people, I was fine and I sneezed and now I have screaming pain? That was the last thing that put you over the edge. So most of our injuries and problems is everyday life wear and tear that caught up with us.
So you told me how you figure out what chiropractic needs. Are there ever people that come in and you say, chiropractic is not for you?
Yes.
Okay.
We do.
What is that?
So if we've determined we check out the spine or joints, we do work on extremities, which is your arms and legs and stuff like that. I love working on the spine the most, but everything, if it's not moving, we're going to try to address it. But for example, if there's a suspected and we rule out fractures, breaks, open wounds, just right after a major surgery where you have stitches, external or internal, not even a chance for chiropractic at that point. But then there's also some conditions. People come in, they're like, oh, my neck hurts, but I also have shoulder pain. Well, if you have a torn rotator cuff and just fix it, I don't want to go to PT or surgery, that's something we can't fix, kind of thing. So if it's not a mechanical issue that we can line up better, get the body stronger, get some stability and strength back, if it doesn't fall into that category, then we can help. But what we do is I can't help you, then we figure out who can. We are always big on referring out. Do you need an orthopedist? Do you need an orthopedic surgeon? Do you need to see a neurologist? Is it best to go right back to your primary and start there? If we can't help you, I don't like to say, sorry, can't help you, bye. What do I think you would need? And most of the time, it's more of like orthopedic going to physical therapy, that kind of route. Or there's just something pinching. When we went back to that word pinching the nerve, where I don't really like that term, but there are people that have that. That's something neurological. Does it need surgery? It's not a simple mechanical issue in those people. Now, a lot of times we do collateral care. So this we can't help you with, but let's make sure the rest of the body is functioning right, and we'll work together. So a lot of times, most of our patients have more than one doctor, and we just all have to work together.
I'm so glad that you have a pool of referrals
Yes.
to help your patients.
Yes, because there is no doctor on this planet, no matter what profession it is, that can do everything.
That can do everything.
Absolutely not. That's why we have all the different specialties. So
I'm going to touch on plantar fasciitis.
Okay.
Okay, is that a common thing that you see? And do you handle that, or do you refer out?
So plantar fasciitis, aggravating that's plantar fascia, which is the bottom of the foot. We will check and make sure that the bones of the foot are moving the way they're supposed to. But really, the best thing is we give more guidance. Taking an ice, water bottle, freezing it, rolling it, alternating that with Epsom salt soaks in the bath. So the heat and the Epsom salt draws out inflammation. The ice, you're stretching it and icing it down to get rid of inflammation. If those things, and like I said, we work with the foot or using the handheld to click, so to speak, which is it's called an activator, adjusting it. If over a time of a couple of weeks that is not helping at all, then it's time to go to an orthopedist. You may need like a steroid or a shot or something like that, but we try to see if those simple modalities first will help with the plantar fasciitis. And then you got to look at your shoes. You got to look at things. What are you doing to cause it in the first place? So that you don't repeat it again. But yes, if we can simply calm it down, we do. If not, then that's a refer out to an orthopedist type scenario.
How would you explain to me anything that's very complex? Because, when you're using these terms, I don't get it.
Right.
So do you actually use a model so I know what's going on?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, use a model, and then also we will use the professional terms, but explain each professional term, like lumbar radiculopathy, like I said before. Lumbar, a lot of people don't know, those are the 5 bones in your low back. They're called your lumbar bones. So we'll break it down saying low back bones, radiculopathy, which means it's radiating or shooting or moving, traveling pain. So any word that's in a medical type text, break it down to everyday language. My thought is I would like a 5th grader to be able to understand the problem. So we make sure, and it's not to assume people don't have any intelligence, it's to make sure you know what's going on in your body. Because if you know what's wrong, you know what we're doing, and you know what your homework is, you are better equipped to take care of yourself. My goal is to get you better and hardly have to see you. I mean, we like when people stop in and say, Doc, it's been a while, I grabbed a cup of coffee, I just wanted to say hi. That makes us happy.
Of course.
So my goal is the more you're educated, the better you can take care of yourself, the less you have to rely on me. And then it's a once in a while kind of adjustment instead of all the time.
Right. Right. So in your experience, tell me the most significant patient that comes to mind that you improved their life. That you gave them a quality of life that they never had before, and you say, my goodness, aha.
Well, without naming any names or specifics.
No, of course not.
But the ones that come to mind are, we have a lot of people who want to play with their grandchildren, and they're afraid to pick them up out of the cribs. They're afraid to get on the floor because they don't think they're going to be able to get back up. And to watch them...
Mike is smiling. I think we have a candidate.
To watch them build strength, first, getting pressure out of the body so that they're not in the pain, and then giving some exercises and working one-on-one, and to watch them build strength and getting back to doing the activities of daily living that they love, those by far my favorite.
Oh, that has to be
you've got to
rewarding.
live. Yes, you put in all these years, all this time working so hard, and then your body starts to fail you, and that's not fair. So really my favorite patients are the ones that they're like, Doc, I can walk around the block with my grandchildren now, or that's why I do this. That's why I still do this. It's 26 years in June, my husband 27, and
wow.
I love what I do. Now, if I won the lottery, would I love to be on a tropical island? Sure. But loving what you do makes it easy to come in and do it every day.
Of course,
So,
of course. So
those are my
loving it
favorite.
makes you a good
If I
doctor.
stop loving it, then I need to retire. Because
Yeah.
it's a very personal, hands-on. You need to build a relationship because you got to trust each other.
Mhm.
And that's important. So, yeah.
I'm going to talk to you about insurances now.
Sure.
Do you take insurance?
We take insurances. We take most medical insurances.
Okay.
We verify. We do take in-network and out-of-network, and it really depends on the individual's insurance. We do take Medicare. We take all the Medicare supplements, stuff like that. We have a fabulous front desk. We have 2 ladies, and they're very good at what they do, and they're on the phone all the time, verifying and fighting for the coverage.
And helping your patients.
100%. And they explain everything. So we got a good team here.
That's very good.
Yeah.
How do you stay current with all the new techniques and applications that are coming out? Do you take courses? Do you give courses?
So we have to have 30 credits of continuing education every 2 years. We have, Dr. Lance and I have decided have been for years and years in Association of New Jersey Chiropractors, and they have a lot of the seminars. So we take classes online and in person and learn all different things from nutrition to techniques to, laws, everything that's current or has changed to move on. Sometimes we pick up a little fascinating thing or two. We're like, that would work great in the office. So every year we're taking our credits. And that's until you no longer want to have a license. So we're always learning something. In fact, earlier today, we logged on and took a 1-hour class before you guys came. So
look at that.
All throughout the year, we're taking it. So staying on, we look at the topics that are put out there. We have, there's weekend seminars you can go to. So we're always throughout the year learning something
new. That's so important to all of us to know that.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to say a marketing practice, but with your personality, and referrals, I don't think you have to do much marketing. But I went on your website, and you do have all tips on what to do and education.
Yes, so we do marketing is word of mouth is the best referrals. Like it makes us so happy when you come in the office, you liked what you received, and you thought enough of us to tell your friends. That is my #1 marketing favorite way to move the practice forward.
Sure.
But we also will do talks to any group on any health topic you want. Love to get out and communicate with the community free of charge. So I don't care if it's the Italian club, it's a women's group, it doesn't matter. We like to get out and just let people know what's going on with your body, how we can help, and it's never a hard sale or anything. Those make me happy. That's a great marketing thing. Dr. Lance, I talked him into it and then never looked back because this is not my favorite being on camera, but that's okay.
The camera likes you.
Oh, well, thank you. He does videos.
Yes,
and they're on Facebook and Instagram. Yes. Not only do we do tips and we send them out and we email them, but on Facebook and stuff like that, there's all different topics. We've done golf. We've done sitting in the bleachers. We've done raking leaves, like literally anything that would involve the body. We do that twice a month. There's all those informative videos out there.
Okay. How would we find that on YouTube? What do we put in?
So that's where I need to have Dr. Lance is going to come back over here and tell all.
Okay.
He is more of the technology and social media guy.
Right.
So how do they find you?
Well, on Facebook and Instagram, it's just Manchester Chiropractic of New Jersey. And on YouTube, it's Manchester Chiropractic as well. All the videos there. There. And then if you join our email list, you'll get them also in your email.
That's very good. It's nice to keep the public informed and educated.
Yes.
Have you ever been to Leisure Village West giving any kind of lecture?
We have not been to do any kind of lecture.
Well, let's see if we can make that happen.
Yes.
Yeah, I know your parents live there.
Yes,
right,
yes.
right. Okay, very good. We have the both of them. How did you meet?
Chiropractic school.
Did you?
Yes.
And where was that?
So that was in Marietta, Georgia, at Life University. Yeah, and my roommate liked his roommate. And we got thrown together. We became friends, and then one day,
walked down the aisle.
That was it.
There you go. There you go.
Yes.
So, what is the most complex treatment that you do, or that you have seen that you need to really spend time with any of the patients as they get older?
As you get older, it's just time and patience. there's usually multiple areas because the whole body's connected. So, one thing affects the next thing, the next thing. So it's really, the more issues, the more medical or history that you've had, it might be the longer it takes to maybe respond. But what we do is the adjustment, the stretching, the range of motion and stuff like that, that doesn't ever change. The complication comes in what health the person's in.
Right.
So
now I walk in and I am a new patient.
Yes.
What do I expect? My first visit.
First visit.
Am I going to meet both of you?
If we're both here at the same time, so we are married and we work together, but we do not work every single hour together. So some together hours, some off hours.
But we will only get one of you.
On the first day, one will start to finish. But our famous saying is, especially me, I had time to start you today. If you like me and you don't want to try Dr. Lance, he's not insulted. You try Dr. Lance, you like him better, I'm not insulted. Or if you want to use us interchangeably, use us both, there is no stress here. If you're happy, we're happy. And that's how we decide which doctor. It really depends on who's here and who is the first available. Now, if you come in and you're like, I don't know, I'm a little scared. I only want a female because I'm afraid that he might be too strong. It doesn't matter what the reason is. You can request one. Or you're like, you know what? My neighbor goes to Dr. Lance. I want to see him because she referred me to him. That's fine.
That's fine.
Communication is key, and we have some patients that see only one of the two of us, and some that'll take whoever's here when they walk in.
So let me touch on nutrition.
Sure.
Okay. So do you tell your patients what they should eat, that there's something they're eating that's causing pain or problems for them?
Specifically, maybe not. If you're allergic to apples,
right? I know you're not a. I know you're not a nutritionist, but is that
guidelines? There is guidelines.
Is that part of treatment?
You have to do healthy eating and stuff like that, and there's guidelines. We're very big on, did you drink enough water? Are you getting enough protein? That not all carbohydrates are bad, but we eat way too many of them, and then especially if you're moving. Now, let's just say if you're in a bodybuilding competition, you need different calories and intake than if someone that is just sitting on the beach all day, So we give general guidelines. We will give a little bit of specific, but not being a nutritionist itself,
right.
I will not give you a specific diabetes diet or a specific cardiovascular diet. I can give you the general recommendations of how you should be eating. If you were out of, if you're in trouble a lot with your sugars or your cardiac health or stuff like that, and you need a more specific, then we find you someone to give you the specific diet. So it's general guidelines that every healthy human being should be doing. We will sit and do that. We do have some supplements and stuff that we work with on an individual basis. We have another lady, Lisa, that comes in and helps us with that. So there's no prescribing. There's talks, and we see if it's something that you're interested in or not, what can be done with your health. If you have a whole list of medications and stuff like that you're on, you have to be wary of. You can't just take everything you want over the counter. Right. So those things are all considered. But I wouldn't call it ever nutritional counseling. It's more of healthy guidelines that everyone should have in their back pocket.
Right. So let's talk about posture.
Yes.
As you get older, it's very easy to slouch.
Gravity takes us all.
That's right.
Yes.
It's very easy to slouch and not stand up, and that can cause a lot of problems. So how do you address that?
We have a program that we have exercises in that based on individual. A lot of the time is called forward head posture or upper crossed syndrome, where
show me that.
You go, the shoulders coming, the head's coming, and you ever see the people with the carts?
Yes. And I would think
and that's over
people
time.
that are using walkers, they have that tendency to do that.
Correct. So that's where the postural exercises come in. And we print them out. And what happens is you can either read them on the paper, or you go to the website, and there is a person demonstrating the exercises that I prescribed for you on that website. We go over them here. We check in and see if you're doing them. But posture, a big thing is exercising, reversing what we're doing all day. So all of us are in flexion all day, which flexion is going forward. None of us are in extension all day.
Right.
So what we do is we combat the stuff you're beating yourself up all day with exercises to bring you back where you should be. But gravity pulls on us all day long. And the older we get, And the more we sit, or the more we're on our electronics, the tablets, but don't count out the bookworms. Reading a book is the same thing as tablet. It's that posture. You're training yourself to be in a worse posture, so you have to spend some extra time reversing that. And so a big part of that is the exercises.
Because I find when I'm sitting and reading also, because it's relaxing to slump forward or curl up.
By the end of the day, when I'm finishing up charts, you will catch me sometimes at the end with bad posture, and we'll walk by each other and say, sit up, because you're tired.
Yeah.
And the more tired you are, the easier it is your posture to go.
Right. It's important to be mindful, so you have to catch yourself.
Right. I mean, and they say there's braces and there's different devices
that's
to
what I
hold
wanted
it
to
up.
ask you. Do you ever recommend that, or you say?
We have some low back braces. We have some tools like that. But if you put a brace on and you wear the brace all the time, then you depend on the brace. So then your posture will be worse when you take it off. So you're training yourself to rely on that.
Yeah.
And that's doing yourself a disservice. Now, if you need it at the beginning to get through your day for certain hours, the goal is to get out of those. So there are tools like that, but we don't like to prescribe it and have you stay in it. That's not what they're meant for. They're meant for a short term, a little bit of help to get you out of crisis and over the hump. But time and effort with homework, like I said earlier, exercises on a daily basis. And some people say, well, how long do I have to exercise? And my answer is, how long do you want to feel good? You know, and we're not talking an hour in the gym every day. Consistency is key. If you were to stretch or exercise 20 minutes a day, you can work on some postural stuff. But you got to remember, your heart's muscle. There's other things you have to do. So activity, half an hour, 35 minutes a day, but on a daily basis, switching up your exercises makes a huge difference.
And it becomes
huge
natural.
Difference. And it becomes natural.
And it's natural.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the stuff that we assign, so to speak, is not, you don't have to go to the gym. You can. I'm a big fan of the gym. You want to go to the gym, you love the gym, go to the gym and exercise. But we give you stretches and exercises you can do anywhere. You don't need equipment. You can just do it on a general basis. Because if I make it hard for you, and if I make it too long for you, you're not going to do it.
Not going to do it.
So it has to be something that you can work within your schedule also. And we give the exercise, and if anything causes pain, we're just like, stop, come back, let's reevaluate. When your exercises get way too easy, which they should, time for new exercises or time to make them harder. But that is one thing, that posture will not be fixed overnight. It won't be fixed in a few adjustments. That is, you and I as a team have to get that fixed.
Work together.
Work together.
What I did like that you said, that you give people a printed instructions on what to do.
Yes.
As we get older, you know, the computer is not so easy. I have to call my 14-year-old twins on how to turn it on and what to do. So, I mean, having something printed is so helpful.
Right. And we have the printed, it's a picture, it's the description, and then there's either a QR code for tech-savvy people. I still screw up QR codes. They're not my thing. Or there's the website you log on.
Yes, you told me that actually shows you how to do it.
So there's different ways to get it. And then if all of that fails, you come in and we show you again. I'd rather have people asking me, I'm not quite sure if I did this right. Can you go over that exercise again? You can ask me 100 times. That means you're trying. You're showing, you're putting in the effort, you want to do it right. So we will demonstrate. You can read them on a paper, or you can go on the website and get it. Because like me, sometimes you just want to refer to the paper, you know.
Definitely.
So we try to make it different ways, because everyone has different ways that they learn.
That's right.
And look for things. So.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
When I walked in, I saw that you also give a massage. So you have to explain that to me.
So we have a massage therapist. Actually, this is brand new. We just started.
That's wonderful.
Bonnie is fabulous.
So it's not you.
It's not me. We have a licensed, certified professional massage therapist. She's coming in twice a week. Now we're going forward, hopefully to build that more. Massage and chiropractic go hand in hand. So I adore massage. And I already got my massage by Bonnie this week. Fantastic. The more the muscles are relaxed, they're not knotted up, they're not pulling unevenly, the healthier you are, because you're not fighting yourself. So massage therapy is very important. We also started stretch sessions. So stretch is to increase mobility, you know, with stuck motions and stuff like that. Dr. Lance actually is our stretch expert with doing sessions, 25-minute, 50-minute sessions. Not everyone needs these therapies.
Mm-hmm.
Massage, everyone could get, like whether you want something work done and you want to relax or something like that. Stretch is something specific for if there's an area in the body that is just stuck and it's more of a muscular component than a mechanical bone component, you got to loosen that up with exercises, stretches, range of motion. So it's a time set aside to specifically go in those areas and get that moving better.
I'm so glad that it's available to us. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So is there anything else we can add to this interview? Did I forget anything?
I don't think so. We take care of everyone, like I said, from infants through seniors. We love to be in the community. We like to have fun in here. It is professional, but it's laid back and relaxed. When you walk in the door, you become our family. You are our chiropractic family. We take an interest in who you are, what makes you happy. I love to see the pictures of the grandkids, the weddings, the dogs, all, because the more relaxed and the more comfortable you in, the bigger trust and bonds we build, the easier it is to get your health back. So when you come in here, you're an individual that becomes part of our family. And that's one of the things that we take a lot of pride in here.
And you take it seriously.
Take it seriously.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Dr. Sue, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
This is Avriel for KLVW. Until next time.